Well, welcome back to the official blog of tenantbuyerlist.com. And my name is Russell Della Pena, and I just wanted to address a question that I often get and I've gotten over the years as we do lease options. And it's a question that I get from both landlords and for sale by owners that are interested in working with us. And the question is if they can sell their property if it has no equity, and even if it's somewhat underwater. And the answer is yes, you actually can sell your property rent to own, also known as a lease with the option to buy, commonly referred as a lease purchase, though a lease purchase is different than a lease option in that it is a guaranteed sale, where a lease option is not a guaranteed sale. So anyway, yes, the answer is yes, you can actually sell your property even if you have no equity. And I would say even if you're slightly underwater too, and the way that you do that is you essentially extend out your lease term. So lease terms normally are going to be 1 to 3 years when you're doing a lease option. And if you have no equity to pay a realtor, so normally if you hire a realtor, you've got to pay 3% to the realtor that represents you and 3% to the realtor that represents the buyer. So a total of 6%. So if it was a $200,000 property, you would need at least $12,000 equity to pay the realtor. And if you don't have that, then how do you sell your property? Well, the option that you can look at is called a lease option or rent to own. And that allows you to find somebody who is interested in buying your property in the future. So they're not able to buy the property today because they've got credit challenges or not enough down payment or not enough time on their job. Maybe the bank is requiring that they have 1 to 2 years, and they're kind of shy of that for whatever reason. So they need to buy more time, and they're willing to pay a higher price often in the purchase price in exchange for buying time. And they do that through a longer term. So maybe instead of a 1 year term or a 2 year term, they might be willing to pay you a little bit of a higher price for maybe a 3 year term, or maybe even a 4 or 5 year term. So you being the owner, the seller, you really have the option to decide how long you want to extend that out to the buyer to give them time. And it's a great deal. It ends up buying them some time so they can fix credit, meet any of the other bank's qualifications, and of course they've got to be able to prove that they've got a good financial command over their finances today. So if they have had bad credit in the past, obviously they've got to be able to demonstrate that they've got a good stable income now, that they've been paying on time to their current landlord, and they're a minimal risk to you. And of course, the other big way that they do that is they give you a larger than normal deposit, which is called an option fee, and it's non-refundable. So it's not a deposit that they can get back. It's actually they're buying, the option, the rights to buy your property in the future. You still own it. You're still on title. They're essentially a renter with the option to buy or the option not to buy. But either case, you get to keep that option fee. And so that allows you to sell your property, find somebody who will pay the mortgage on your property. So if you've got to move out of state, maybe you got a job out of state, or maybe you wanted to buy another home and you just don't want to have a double mortgage. Maybe you are a widower. Maybe the main breadwinner is no longer with you and you need some relief from a double mortgage. You don't want the property to go to foreclosure, for example. And so definitely take a look through this blog post, and I hope that you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope this is helpful for you, and explain that yes, you can in fact sell your property on a rent-to-own lease option type of arrangement, even if you have no equity, even if you're slightly underwater, as they say, meaning that you owe more on the property than it's actually worth. It is possible if you know how to structure it correctly. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.